Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we were hard chilling, and by that I mean we took some extra territory. It didn't go very well. We weren't chilling very well. However, we're getting very close to getting all of our farming settlements built. We've got 5 more to go. Let's go ahead and build one. We can build one about every, 8 months or so right now, which is not too bad. So that's actually quite good. Let's get all these farming settlements built, continue to build up our income, and we currently have Shechem as built up as it's going to get for the moment, but it does need to have its civilization value come up. So it's going to come up by 0.1 per month, and that's going to take it a while, but that will unlock additional building slots. So that all looks good. Now, here in Jerusalem, we're definitely going to continue to work on this, but I want to get our rural areas dealt with first. 3 stability or 213 gold. We're good on our stability for right now. So we are going to limit the drop in price. We're going to get 213 gold, and that is going to get us yet another farming settlement underway. Wonderful. Plus another 30 gold to put towards another one. So that sounds absolutely magnificent. For the time being, we're holding firm on our stability here. However, that will change once our divine sacrifices time out. So that's understood. Hopefully by then our aggressive expansion will have dropped enough to counteract that. Although I kind of doubt it. We'll see. So we're in control of this war against Malau. Where is Malau? Here. Okay. So it's going to take some time for us to get there for sure. Let's raise up our Canaanite levy, I think. Actually, what do they have? Yeah, I'm going to raise up the Canaanite levy. Mostly because we're going to need 2 separate sieges here, and we're going to start walking all the way down. It's going to take some time. That's okay. Extra finesse, huh? This would be our primary heir, and he'd only get it for 5 years. No. We're going to fire this guy. Okay, so we'll put in... Is this the guy we just fired? It might be. Maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't look. But if it is, that's hilarious. But that's who we're putting in. Okay, wonderful. So this is all relatively fine down here. They're just going to kind of run around over here a bit. Okay. I'm not too concerned about that right now. What we need more than anything, of course, is to finish up these mines and farming settlements. The mines are done. We certainly need more farming settlements. Next month, we'll be able to get another one going. So that is, of course, magnificent, and we're just going to take a while to walk all the way down here, but that's understood. Okay, so a farming settlement is ready to be built. We only need 2 more beyond this. So that's looking great. We're going to be able to start working on Jerusalem very shortly. How are we doing on our tech? 70%? It's not ideal, but it's okay. Shechem isn't all that powerful yet. It'll get there. I want to view the pop info. We're growing a noble, and we are promoting a citizen to a noble, and we're demoting a freeman to a slave. Okay, that makes sense. Currently, our desired ratio is 18% nobility. Interesting. Okay. Well, we definitely want that citizen desired ratio up, for sure. So 3 free stability is nice. We will definitely take that. Absolutely wonderful. And we're just slowly on our way over towards ISIS. Eventually, we'll arrive there. We can call the Ptolemaics in, but I don't think there's a reason to. I'm wondering what that sound was. That usually indicates an event pop-up. Maybe there was one and it just instantly went away? If so, I didn't see it. I just heard the sound. So that seems reasonably fine for now, I guess. And we are, of course, going to work on our cities fairly soon. So, this city here produces dates. That's kind of okay. We could definitely do Slave there. Slave is kind of the default city for me, if our research is high enough. So, I mean, there's hemp here, there's wine here. In this city out over here, there's spices. That's a really good slave city. So we should definitely make sure that this becomes a slave city. To that end, we could start building like a slave trader here, but I'm not going to be too worried about that just yet. So we're going to have to go through and get all of these cities specialized that we have here and make sure that every province has at least one city. So that is going to be definitely noted. But for now, of course, what we want to do more than anything is just get these farming settlements done and get that base resource production off the table. Okay, so I want to check in here. We can't build any more blacksmiths. We can only build an enclosure in Mudun, but we could build a farming settlement there as well. So one farming settlement to go, and then we can get back to specializing our cities. That is great. This is now loyal enough, so we could... Actually, it's not quite loyal enough. I think it's 35. No, we just don't have the money. Okay, so they sieged us down over here. It's very rude. They took 2 pops as slave, and 1 pop died. Very rude indeed. Regardless, we'll be arriving in their territory fairly soon. We're not going to be able to bypass this fort, though. And our ally isn't really doing anything. Okay, well, that's mildly awkward, but we'll see if we can take this territory ourselves. That would be ideal. So we can't get out over here just yet. Tutor needed, huh? Okay, so who do we want to tutor this guy? Probably giving him a finesse ambition. He is currently submissive and second-born. Yeah. He's our primary heir, but he's second-born. Interesting. Our other heir must have died or something. That's fine. So we'll get him a tutor. That sounds okay. Getting him a finesse education is absolutely fine. So we'll be arriving down here quite soon. We do see that there's a risk of rebellion of Arabia Felix Occidentalis in 32 months. We'll see how real that ends up being. That's a ways out yet. And we're also in the Mosleon Revolt. Apparently. Okay. That's noted. I'm not too concerned about it. It's mildly awkward. But whatever. We will arrive in this area fairly soon. So that all sounds fine for right now. I do want to get this last farming settlement built. That'll be an eventuality. Let's just go grab this location. We might have to siege this long term. I would prefer to siege both of these simultaneously. We'll see if that's a viable option. This is apparently their capital, but this is the state's capital? That's weird. Okay. If that's the way they want to roll, I guess. Where did they go? They're no longer out over here. Interesting. Well, let's split this force in half and see if we can bypass this. We shouldn't be able to. Yeah, we can't do that. So I'm going to move these guys back for now, and we're going to sit here. And I mean, we're still going to be above the supply limit, but there isn't all that much we can do about that. We need to get this siege completed, and then we can press on. So that will be the idea. I was hoping that these guys would come in and defeat this before us, but whatever. So for now, we need to grab a farming settlement in Mudun. That'll be fine. That's all of our farming settlements done. So now we can start working on some city specialization, which would be great. I want to continue to work on Jerusalem here. This would be very useful for us to do. We're eventually going to want to drop this fortress. No doubt about that. And building citizen districts here would likely be the way to go for right now. Or academies, actually. Academies might be good. But we need gold for that. So for the time being, we just need to let this siege progress. So this is fine for the moment. We can see that we are negative in our stability at this point. This is because our divine sacrifice expired. But it's only minus 0.1, so that's not too bad. I'm actually content with just letting that sit like this. I think it's okay. So eventually we'll finish this siege. We're at 7%. Okay, so we now have a positive chance every time. I like it. Military access from these guys. The Egyptian local power of Eop. we decline that. We want them to win, and if the Ptolemaics can't get to them, then that would do it. So, yeah. They're currently at war with the Ptolemaics, because this is presumably some sort of a... Yeah, the Ptolemaics can probably just walk through us. But we don't want to... We would like to get involved in this war, specifically. Yeah, we need to finish this siege, though. Prosperity? Okay, we're going to let the looting be gentle here. Only 6 gold, but that's okay. And we're going to push to here, and then these guys are going to... Why are we going that direction? Oh, it's because of this. Okay. That is awkward. I guess we'll just head up over here. No, we can't push beyond this fort. No, we can. Okay, weirdness is happening. Sue for peace from the most... Hang on. The Ptolemaics are calling us into this. Okay. So prosperity, but we're going to take the stability instead. That'll be fine. I am going to raise up our Arabian levies, which are going to be way down here. And we're going to head up this direction. This is already pretty much occupied at this point. Okay. We're going to see if we can take this, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, that appears to be auto-capped. In fact, that war's over. So, there's no reason to keep these guys up, but of course we can't put them down while we're at war. So for now, I guess they'll just wander around up there. It's okay. So, there are no mines to be built, no farming settlements, no enclosures, no blacksmiths. So, to that end, I want to come into Jerusalem, and I want to be building an academy. We'll get that going. So that'll be absolutely fine. And then back down over here. These guys are up here right now. Okay, so we didn't manage to get here in time. This is occupied by Mosleon. Who is in this war? Okay, I didn't realize Mosleon was in this war. So these guys would have been our allies then. Interesting. We're going to let the looting be gentle here. And we're going to walk on up to here if we can. Apparently we are blocked by some fort. Oh, it's this one. I didn't see this fort here. Okay, that'll do it. Sure, that seems fine. So we're going to grab the rest of this. This is going to get capped. So this is held by Yemnat right now. That seems fine. Okay, so I want to split this force again, actually. And I'm going to send half of them down here. But we can't get to this location because of this fort. So we're going to have to keep this split up. There's a lot of blockage in this area, no doubt about that. And Arabia Felix Occidentalis might rebel in 16 months. Okay, that is noted. I want to take a look at this. We're not on harsh treatment. 0.41. Harsh treatment would get us 0.21. So that wouldn't really solve the problem. Governor corruption isn't that big of a deal either. Okay. We mostly just need to have this be converted over. So this rebelling is probably just going to be a thing. We'll try to have these wars done before then. Okay. So we're going to come in and fight some of their forces down over here, I guess. And we'll just try to position ourselves up over here as best we can. We can't move into this province even? Interesting. Zone of control is definitely rough in this area. But they can't go anywhere either. So that sounds reasonably good for now. And we actually can grab ourselves, and I want these guys down to Arabia Felix Occidentalis. That'll be okay, just in case. And here, we want to grab ourselves another academy queued up. So that'll be wonderful. Our religious advances have advanced, and I want to grab, let's see, we grabbed obstetrics. So we wanted to head to, like, theological colleges, I think, at this point. Let's grab accepted rights. That'll give us unintegrated culture group happiness, which would be convenient for us for sure. And open religion would be very good too. So making our way down to theological colleges sounds fantastic for the moment. So we're currently at 72.86, and these academies are going to boost us quite a lot with this research that we're making here. So that'll be good. That'll be a 15% boost there. And then down over this direction, just checking in on these sieges. They are progressing, but we would definitely like them to progress faster. We should certainly call down David here. This is going to give us 2 pops, which is just... Up to 5 pops in our territory would assimilate to Esther's Hebrew culture. That would also give us unintegrated culture group happiness, which would be decent, actually. All of these are pretty good. I generally value the tax and the 2 pops very, very highly. Jerusalem is full, though, right now. And I'm actually thinking about assimilating up to 5 pops in our territory and getting that 4.66% unintegrated culture group happiness. That could be very useful for us because that is going to slow down this rebellion. So this is now 0.4 instead of 0.41. That's not great. I was hoping some of those pops would be here, but how are we doing on the conversion anyway? March of 519. Okay. Well, we're going to get at least 1 conversion before then. That sounds good. Okay, so these sieges should be wrapped up very, very soon here, in theory. Emphasis on in theory, though. And this is within Mosleon, up over here. But it's not actually colonized. This is uncolonized territory. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of opportunity for growth in this area. I'm thinking about annexation at this point and thinking we're probably going to end up annexing them. Okay, Mosleon fell. That's useful. So we're going to grab this, and we're going to let the looting be gentle because, again, I'm thinking about annexing this. So we're going to go up here and siege this back, while these guys come in down this way. They're going to fight here, and then they're going to siege this back, is the idea. Okay, we're losing this battle. We have allies on the way in. Our allies did not arrive in time. Where are we retreating to? Just out over here? Okay, that's fine. Our allies did win that battle, so that seems nice. Our forces are not, like, universally the strongest, right? We've gotten very little military tech, and that is understood for right now. We're not really too concerned about it. Yeah, let the looting be gentle, and that is the Siege of Malau, which is out over here. Wonderful. So these guys are going to turn around and start capping here. And these, they can just walk over this way for now. Also, skill 7 on the general compared to our skill 5, that's probably a big part of the reason why we lost that. So this battle doesn't really matter that much. I didn't really expect to lose it, but it's fine. It really isn't that big of a deal. So we do need a title assigned here, and we have a scorned family. How far down do we have to go? Skill 4? Get better people in your family. There we go. Wonderful. Shame of a governor, huh? How good is this guy? Skill 2? We're going to demand his resignation. Okay, so now we need a governor in Arabia, and that's going to be probably like this guy. Okay. Apparently there's a civil war brewing. Who's angry? That is this guy, primarily. So he's currently our rival. We could simply bribe him, though, and that's exactly what we're going to do. No problem. Cool. So this is in Yamnat here. These guys are retreating back over this way. I kind of want to go fight them, to be honest. We'll get these 2 sieges done, and then we're going to full annex these, is the idea. We'll see how much aggressive expansion that is, but I don't think it'll be that bad. Cool. So this is all looking reasonably fine. I do want to fight these. 100%. We have 403 gold right now, and that, of course, means we should go spend that. So we're going to get an academy. I'm also going to start building some citizen districts here, I think. Yes. Yes. So we'll build a citizen district here. That'll be fine. And these guys are trying to siege back this territory. It'll auto-cap, but we want to come in down here and fight them. So that'll stack wipe. They have absolutely no chance here. Wonderful. And these sieges will finish up very shortly. Actually, I don't know that that'll stack wipe, but we'll definitely win it. No, that's not going to stack wipe. Okay. And that stack wiped. Sure. They retreated to right here. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down here. Apparently all of them are retreating here. This will stack wipe. Fantastic. So there's all of that dealt with. Now we just need to get these 2 sieges done. We have enough gold at this moment to hop back over to Jerusalem. And we're, of course, going to build another citizen district here. There we go. Excellent. And these sieges will finish in the eventual times. Still at 35 here. That's definitely noted. And Arabia Felix Occidentalis is about to rebel. So that's these guys down over here. We're going to... This guy's disloyal. Rude. Okay. We'll make him loyal, and we're going to walk down this way. These guys we're going to start walking up preemptively. We're going to have that rebel very, very soon. Only a real punishment will deter embezzlers, I'm sure. Yeah, we want to get the 425 gold here. So that looks fine. This siege is now won. So we can actually exit this war if we so desire. So we could take this province and this province, as well as this. And that would be 19 aggressive expansion. I mean, that's doable. Do it. So we're going to lose half a point here, and then another half a point. Wonderful. And these guys, this should automatically cap back. These guys are going to start walking up towards Arabia Felix Occidentalis. There we go, and we need a new Rab Makanet. And that would be probably this guy is probably okay. Unless there's a reasonable scorned family member, but no, there isn't. Get better family members if you want them to have jobs. That is the answer here. Okay, so these guys are rebelling, which was absolutely expected. We're going to go start a siege out over here. And that seems fine. All of these forces are on their way up as well. We're just going to come in, like, over here. This will be fine. Okay, so we have 529 gold right now. I want to come up to Jerusalem and get some more buildings queued up. So a citizen district here will be fine. And then we're going to need Court of Laws. And then a third Court of Law eventually, but this will do for now. We're going to get rid of this fortress, but for the time being, this will be fine. And then we're going to fill out the rest with libraries, of course. Excellent. Checking in here, we can actually build a library here, and I'm going to get that going. Wonderful. So, our siege has begun here, and these guys are just kind of walking around. Sure. They're not really doing anything of note at this time. So our ally is defeating the majority of their army here, while our main force comes up to take back our vassal's capital. But we're going to get this finished up very soon. They've only got 2k here. There's not much they can do about this. If they had grouped their armies together, they could have beaten us here, probably, but it's fine. So we are going to... This territory would get a conscription camp, huh? What is this territory? Uh-huh. It's like pointing at this, but this isn't the same name. Chalkis, Lebanon. Am I blind? I might be. I don't see a Chalkis, Lebanon here. Here it is. Okay. I guess I was blind. So this produces honey. That's Freeman happiness. So actually, that's kind of okay to have a conscription camp here. Do it. So that'll boost up the manpower a little bit. So that'll become a Freeman city eventually. But for now, we need to crush this rebellion. That is mission number 1. And it shouldn't take very long. to get this rebellion crushed either. I want to make sure our fort maintenance is down. We don't really care that much. This is okay. And we're going to take this back without any real issues. Okay, our ally is going to fight these guys here. And we're going to head up to, if we can. Oh, we can't do that because of the fort zone of control here. Okay. The governor of Arabia Felix died. I mean, that's maybe for the best. I'm going to put in this guy, even though he's only one marshal. It's definitely not ideal. We want to get off of levies fairly soon. So that's probably something we're going to look to do. So we want to head up over here for sure. Monthly popularity, this is fine. Yeah. So we're going to head up here and keep an eye on these guys in Karna, but we can't actually go there because of fort zone of control. So that's understood. This guy needs a wife, huh? Okay. That'll do. Sure. So we've got these lads on their way in, and they'll arrive here eventually. This siege is progressing nicely. I would love... Actually, we can come in and attack these guys now. So we're going to do exactly that. Wonderful. That's going down fast enough that I don't think we're going to stack wipe it, but we're definitely going to easily win it. So that looks good. We're now at 14% here. Wonderful. They are suing for peace. But we're going to let the looting be gentle here. We're going to decline this offer. And we are just going to stack in right up over here. They're offering us just this for peace. Hilarious. We are not going to accept that, obviously. Okay, so we're at 35% here. All of our forces have grouped up here, and there we go. Let the looting be gentle. Perfect. So we're now going to let all of this auto-cap. These guys will have to leave. Okay, just waiting on this to auto-cap. And there we go. So now we're going to sue for peace, and we're going to take all of the territory. There we go. And we are going to lose half a point of aggressive expansion. Perfect. And now here we are in basically the same position we were when we started the episode in terms of aggressive expansion. But we did take additional territory down over here, which is, of course, nice. So, I mean, there's that, but we are still high on our aggressive expansion. We still want to drop that. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue to work on specializing our cities. Once Jerusalem gets done, I think we'll probably just start up over here and just start working our way southward. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.